Hello dear children, good morning all of you. Today we are going to start our fourth chapter, that is programming. Okay, by hearing the name programming, do you think? Yes, programming means we have to do the programs, we have to do the coding in our computer. We are going to give instructions to the computer to perform. Okay, so today in this class we are going to do the program in the language Python. Okay, are you familiar with the language Python? Don't worry, I will introduce it. Okay, Python is a very simple language. It is very easy to understand. It is having simple syntaxes to study. Okay, so did you heard about C language, C++ language, Java? Okay, so this is also a programming language, Python. Okay, we can study more detailedly about the language Python. Okay, this is the front page of the chapter for programming. Here you can see two persons, one is a human being and another one is a robot. See their conversation. The boy is saying that, "Hello robot, how do you perform all these functions?" Then what is the reply of robot? "I never think." What is that? The robot cannot think anything new. Okay, I just carry out the instructions that are given to me. That's all. So human beings are giving some instructions to the robot and that robot are just obeying that, isn't it? It is not having the ability to think new ideas. It is only operating on the basis of the instructions that are given by the human beings. Okay, so let us see what do you mean by these programs or instructions. Okay, the set of instructions given to a computer is called a program. So what do you mean by a program? The set of instructions. Okay, there is a set of instructions or commands that are given to a computer by human beings is known as a program. Okay, software such as GIMP, LibreOffice Writer, Calc, LibreOffice Impress, etc., with which you are familiar, are developed using different programming language. See, you have heard about so many programming languages such as C, C++, Java, etc. Yes, I hope you have heard about Java, isn't it? Java is simple, Java is powerful. Okay, so likewise, you are familiar with the software such as GIMP, then LibreOffice Writer, then Color Paint, GeoGebra, etc. So these are some softwares you can see in your computer in the applications menu. Okay, so these softwares are also developed using the different programming languages such as C, C++, Java, Python, etc. Okay, programming languages. Can a computer understand all the instructions that we give it directly? Do you think about that? If the computer is understanding all the languages, means it is very easy for us, no? Can you say which language is familiar for a computer? Is it English? Is English familiar for computer? Or Malayalam? Or Tamil? Telugu? Marathi? No, only the computer understands two symbols, that is 0 and 1. Okay, these two symbols are known as binary. These are binary. 0 and 1 is binary and hence we can call it as binary language. Okay, so basically our computer is an electronic machine and it needs electricity, isn't it? So a machine can understand only the presence and absence of electricity. We can Indicate the presence of electricity in a machine by giving 1, and absence is indicated with the digit 0. Okay, the presence and absence of electrical pulses can be marked in that machine using the binary language. What is the binary language? 0 and 1s. Therefore, a binary language is also known as machine language. Okay, so we can call the binary language also as a machine language. So dear children, now can you say which is the machine language, or which is the language that is understanding by the machine computer? Yes, binary language, that is the symbols 0 and 1. But there is a problem. See, if the computer understands only the binary language, shouldn't we convert all the instructions to this language? So if I want to type welcome, so I want to convert this welcome into 0 and 1. It may be possible because this welcome is only having few letters. But if you want to type a long story or an article, then what could you do? Is it possible? No, because there are so many letters or digits or symbols. We cannot convert all these symbols into zeros and ones. We can convert, but if we want to edit any portion, can we find it out? Because by opening that page, we can only see zeros and ones. Only 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1 like this. How can we edit from this? We cannot identify which letter is 0, which letter is this, which letter is this. Okay. So, we want to convert these zeros and ones by the help of a translator program. Okay. The computer understands the instructions in these programming languages with the help of a translator program. Okay. We can type in computer languages like Python, C, C++, Java, etc. We can give instructions in these programming languages and the computer will translate that into zeros and ones. Okay. With the help of a translator program. See this figure, illustration of translator program. Here, print of welcome. We are given the instruction or command like this, and after reaching the computer, it will be translated into the binary form with the help of translator program. Okay. Now, did you understood this? Okay. Python. Python is a very simple programming language. It has a simple syntax that can be easily understood. This is the syntax for giving or printing or displaying the word welcome. What is that? Print, then open a bracket. After that, put a quotation mark, double quotation mark, then type welcome. Close the double quotation, close the bracket. This is the syntax for typing welcome. Okay. So it is having simple syntax that can be easily understood. It uses very few symbols compared to programs such as Java, C, etc. Now see dear children, Python was designed under the leadership of Guido van Rossum. You want to note this name. Who designed Python? Guido van Rossum. Okay. This software has open source license. Many softwares such as Blender and OpenShot video editor etc. have been prepared in Python language. You can see OpenShot video editor in this computer. Okay. Also Blender. So write any two examples that have prepared in Python language. Which are they? Blender, OpenShot video editor. Okay. Keep that in your mind. So I hope you understood this about the translator program, then binary language and machine language, then the basics of Python, isn't it? Okay. Now we can move for activity 4.1, print statement. Okay. I'm just opening applications programming idle. This is the idle, that is integrated development environment for Python. Okay, open that. You can see a Python shell. What is the name of this window? Python shell. Okay. And in this shell prompt, this is the space for typing. In this shell prompt, you can type printf, print in small letter, then open a bracket, then put a double quotation mark. In that, you can type the name or anything. Welcome, hi, anything you can type here. Okay. After typing, you want to press the enter key. See, this is the output. What is that? Amina. Okay. Then I am just giving print of Anne Maria. You have to type the name inside the double quotation mark. Okay. Close the bracket, enter. See, Anne Maria. Okay. Next, print of, inside the quotation you can type hi. Like this, close it. See, what is the output? Hi. Okay. So, in these programs, print is the instruction in Python for displaying the name or the words that we have given in the quotation mark. What is the instruction? Print. Here you can see print. Here also you can see print. So what is the instruction for displaying any name or word? Print. Then what is the syntax? Put a bracket and quotation mark. Okay. Then here Amina is an English word, isn't it? But this is not included in the word list of the program. Such words are called strings. This Amina, this Anne Maria, hi, these are called strings because these words are not included in the word list. This is a name, this is a name, this is a wishing word, etc. Okay. So you must have understood that to display the strings, they should be given in the double quotes along with the print statement. Okay. Then now, dear children, can you say what is the instruction to display a word? Run. Can you say? Yes. Print. Yes. Open a bracket. Then inside the quotation you want to type run. Okay. Then close that. See. Now we have got the output run. Okay. So that is given here IDE, Integrated Development Environment. Integrated Development Environment means if you are typing the instruction in the Python shell, you are getting the result also in the same window, isn't it? So the instruction and the output are seeing in the same window, then we can say that it is an integrated development environment. Okay. Next, activity 4.2, practice program functioning in Python shell. Okay. Print of welcome. What is the output? Welcome. Then print of 1, 2, 3. Let us see what is the output there. Type here print of 1, 2, 3. Put enter. What is the output? 1, 2, 3 itself. So you want to write here 1, 2, 3. Then second one, print of 1, 2, 3, but it is given in the quotation mark, isn't it? Press enter. Then also the output is 1, 2, 3. Okay. So you will understood from these two instructions that there is no need of quotation mark for printing the or displaying the digits. But now I am giving this high without the quotation mark. Okay. Print of high without the quotation. See, we cannot get the output. Okay. We want to give the quotation mark to type the alphabets. Okay. But that is not affecting the digits. If you are not giving the quotation or if you are giving the quotation, it is not a problem. The output will be displayed. But if we are going to type the digits or if we are going to add or subtract, then the double quotes is having speciality. Just look here. Print of 8 plus 9. What is the output? 17. 8 plus 9 equal to 17. And the next instruction is that print of, I am giving the 8 in the quotation mark, then giving plus, then 9 in the quotation mark, then closing the bracket, enter. See what is the output here? 89. Okay. So what is the difference here? What happens here? Here also you can see a plus operator. Here also you can see a plus operator. 8 and 9 is here. 8 and 9 is here. But without giving the quotation mark, we could get the correct output, that is 8 plus 9 equal to 17. But here if you have given the digits in the quotation mark, then it will be displaying. 8 is displayed here, then plus operator is not given in the quotation mark, then we cannot see plus here. After that 9 is displayed. Okay. So dear children, did you understood the difference? Okay. So you have to fill this table. Okay. Print of 1, 2, 3, output is 1, 2, 3 itself. Here also 1, 2, 3 itself. Here 17 is the answer. Here 89 is the answer. Okay. Strings. A group of words, letters, digits or symbols can be called strings. Anything that is given in quotes, anything that is given in double quotation mark, if they are digits, will be considered as strings. So this welcome is a string. 1, 2, 3 is a string. This 8 is a string. This 9 is a string. So anything that we are given inside the quotation mark, we can call it as strings. Okay. Activity 4.3, let us find the area. Okay. Now we are going to find the area of a place. Okay. Suppose the length is 80 meter. Okay. And the breadth is 60 meter. You have found the length and breadth of the playground. Okay. Don't you want to find the area? After getting the length and breadth, we can find the area of that playground. Okay. So, here we can see a small box that is variable. Let us see what do you mean by variable. Variables can be used to collect data. Variables can be indicated using either letters or words. This is very important. Variables can be indicated using either letters or words. You can either use a single alphabet, A, B, C, I, J, P, Q, any single alphabet, or you can use this by giving the words. Okay, let us see here. Now the variable L is taken for length. You don't want to type the full word L, length. Instead of that, you can just give the variable L. Okay, is considered as length, and the variable B is for breadth. Okay, we can consider L equal to 80 and B equal to 60. If we indicate the area with the variable A, then A equal to L into B, that you already know. Okay, what is the variable A? What indicates A? Area. L length, then B breadth. Okay, so we can write A equal to length L into B, which means that area equal to length into breadth. Now we are going to find the area. We want to display A. Okay, how can we write this in the Python? Yes, L equal to 80, B equal to 60, then A equal to L into B. Now we want to print L, B or A. Yes, we want to print A. Okay, let us check. Type here L equal to 80, enter. B equal to 60, enter. Then capital letter A equal to L into B. Press enter. Now we have given all the instructions, which means length of the playground is 80, breadth of the playground is 60, area of the playground is length into breadth. Now we want to print or display area. So what is the variable for area? A. Okay, that cannot be given inside the quotation because we don't want to print the letter A. Instead of that, we want to see the output. What is inside the A? Length into breadth. Okay, press the enter key. See, this is the area of the playground. Okay, now did you understood this? Okay. Don't you think that it is difficult to run everything at one stretch? Shall we create a new file and run this program? Okay. For creating new file, go for Python shell, click on file, select new file option. See, here you can see the new file option. Here you can type L equal to 80, B equal to, what is B? Breadth. Then capital A equal to L into B, print of A. Okay, now let us save this file, save as. Go for students work 9th. Okay. Give the name here. I am just giving us area. Then the extension is .py. Okay. Type .py. Then save. Okay. If you want to run this, click on run module. See, then also you got the output as 4800. Okay, so what is the difference did you feel from doing the instructions in the Python shell and doing it in the editor? This is the editor, this is the Python shell. What is the difference did you feel? Yes, you cannot edit here. If I am wishing to change the breadth to 80 or 100, is it possible? No, I can't edit it here. Okay, but I can edit here. See, let us change it, then save it, run. Now the area has change it to 8000. Okay. So that is the use of doing the instructions in the editor window. Okay, this is the editor window and this is the Python shell window. Okay, I think you got the difference between both. We can edit in the editor window and it is not possible in the Python shell. Okay. Comment. The comment for each statement in Python program can be added after hash symbol. Now I am not giving any comment here. See, I didn't give any comments here. If you want to identify it for later purpose, you can give the comments here just after the hash symbol. Just put the hash symbol here. Then type the comment. What is the comment here? Length. What length is? 80. What is the comment we can give here? Any comment you can give. Okay. Breadth. Breadth equal to 100. Then here, can you say which comment? Area equal to, yes, length into breadth. Then next, hash, display the value of A, not displaying the letter A, displaying the value of A. Okay, save it, then run it. Now changes will occur because see, the answer is 8000 itself because we have given all those things just after the hash symbol. So we can consider it as command only, not instructions. Okay, anything we are given after the hash, it will be considered as command, not included in the code section or instructions. Okay, that is given here. Next, file extension of when Python files are stored in idle software, they get saved with a .py extension. Okay. Now, there is a playground near my house. Its length is 50 meter and breadth is 40 meter. Then can you find the area of that? Length is 50. Let's edit it here. Then breadth is 40 meter. Save it, then run it. What is the area? 2000. Okay. Here, the length of the playground in my school is 100 meter and breadth is 60 meter. So, length is 100, breadth is 60. Saving and running. What is the area? 6000. Okay. So, I think you understood it, isn't it? If you are having any doubt means you can contact me. Okay. If you wish to find the area using different measurements with the help of this program, what are the changes to be affected? Yes, the value of length and breadth should be given. See, I have just given and edited the length and breadth, the value of length and breadth, and all the other instructions are same. Okay, we want to only change the values. Okay. The Python instruction that is given for this is evaluation of input. Okay. Here you can see an instruction that is evaluate input of. Okay. There is a code here. We can just run this. file, new file, and type here. What is that? L equal to, instead of giving the value, you can give evaluate. Short form of evaluate is eval of input of, then close that bracket without giving anything, then enter. In the same way you can give B. What is B? B is the variable for breadth. Evaluate of input of, and close that. And the third line you can give the same thing. A equal to L into B, then print of A. See, what was the change? You can see from this both. Here L equal to evaluate of input of. Here L equal to a value. Here B equal to evaluate of input of. Here B equal to a value. Here A equal to L into B. Here also A equal to L into B. Print of A, print of A. So what change had occurred here? Only in this portion, isn't it? Here we have given the values for length and breadth. Here instead of giving the values, we have given a code, an instruction, that is evaluate of input of. Okay. Now I am just saving this. You can close it. Okay. File, save as 4.2 dot py. Save. Okay, now it is saved. Now we can run this. Okay. Run module. What was the output? Nothing is here, isn't it? Why? Because we want to give the values for length and breadth while running and press enter. Okay, so just try that. Run once more. Here we can see a blank space. Okay, you want to just type the value of length here, 80, then just press enter. Now also you can see a cursor, that is the place for typing the breadth. Okay, 60. See, in the third line you can see the area. Okay. So, did you feel any difficulty here by seeing the blank cursor? Are you confusing what to type there? Okay, for a solution for that problem, we can give like this. Length equal to evaluate input of, here we can type enter length of the rectangle in the double quotation mark. Okay, just edit it. Why there exists a blank space? Because we are not giving anything inside this input of bracket. Okay, now we can just give enter the breadth or length. Enter the length, then close the quotation mark. Now just save it and run it. Let us see what is happening there. See, enter the length. Now did you understood what to type here? Okay, now we are typing length, then press entering. After that also we can give the blank space. Why it is so? Because we have not given the code or the string inside the input of function. Okay, just give the same for breadth also. Enter the breadth. Okay, then save it and run. See, enter the length. I am entering the length. Next, enter the breadth. I am entering the breadth. Now we can see the result. But we cannot identify what is this. 4800. What is that? Actually we know that that is the area, but by seeing the output we cannot identify what is that. Okay, so we can give that as here. Okay, print of area of rectangle equal to, then close that quotation mark. After that you want to separate this A from this string by putting a comma. Okay, what is this A? A is the variable. Okay, which means it is having the values of area. Length into breadth is saved in A variable. Okay, so area of rectangle is the string. Now just run it. Enter the length 80. Enter the breadth 60. Area of rectangle 4800. So it is very easy to identify what are given here. This 80 is length, 60 is breadth, and this 4800 is rectangle. Here we cannot identify what is 4800. Here we cannot identify what is 4860. Here we cannot identify anything because nothing is given here. Okay, so is this is easy or this is easy for identifying the output? Yes, the last one. Okay, so this is the code for giving or finding the area of a rectangle. Okay, we can avoid these strings. Enter the length, enter the breadth, area of rectangle equal to. Okay, we can avoid that, but it is difficult to identify while seeing the output. Okay, without any string it is difficult to identify which is length, which is breadth, which is the area, etc. Okay, so if you are giving all those things, it is very easy to identify. Okay, so dear children, did you understood it? It is very interesting chapter. We can do it from the computer lab. Okay, so next topic is let us combine strings. From this we can start at the next class. Okay, till then you want to write one word question and answer and send to me. Okay, thank you.